A former Texas Rangers minor leaguer is in ICE custody. He's now a coach for the San Diego Padres.
His family says he was in the United States legally. He was seeking asylum. Fox 4's Alex Boyer is in the studio tonight with some of these details. Alex?
Hey guys, yeah, that's right. And he was signed by the Texas Rangers back in 2009 and played for their minor league team for 3 years. Now, at the time of his immigration detainment, he was working as a minor league catching coordinator for the San Diego Padres. I talked to his brother about the situation. 34-year-old Oswaldo Pirela sits in an ICE detention facility after being taken into custody at the El Paso International Airport on Sunday.
My brother is a very hardworking man.
That's Pirela's younger brother, Jorge. He says the husband and father was detained by ICE agents while he was trying to return home to Arizona after a work trip. Pirela is a minor league catching coordinator for the San Diego Padres. He came to the U.S. from Venezuela legally in 2014, seeking asylum. According to DHS, Pirela was not in possession of legal documentation granting him status to be in the country when approached by law enforcement officers. His brother said he did not have his work permit on him.
You don't usually carry that kind of stuff with you. As an immigrant, those are your most valuable papers, together with your social security, and are things that you usually keep on a safe. But he did have his license. He had a valid ID, which is impossible to get without the proper paperwork.
A DHS spokesperson confirmed Pirela did enter the U.S. legally in September of 2014 and was granted permission by the Obama administration to remain in the country until February of 2018. DHS says he overstayed his welcome, violating national laws. I talked to an immigration attorney not involved in this case.
If he does have a final deportation order, then he may be relatively limited in terms of what he can do because the courts have already made a determination. Now, he may have the possibility of a potential for appeal, especially if he didn't receive notification of what was going on. That'd probably be with BIA, Board of Immigration Appeals, or some other type of situation. But what they're doing currently, unfortunately, is they're detaining people in these detention facilities until an ultimate hearing is done, and that could be months.
It's a country that we all have gotten to love and the country that adopted us. So we really want an opportunity to have justice and fairness towards all of this process.
And the family has hired their own attorney. The San Diego Padres, meanwhile, say that they are aware of the situation and are working to gather additional information, adding that they will not have any further comment at this time. DHS says Pirela will remain in ICE custody pending removal proceedings and will receive, though, due process.